Hello, Earth signs. Jess here. I hope you're well. Welcome to your June intuitive Reiki healing. The wind is picking up for the Earth signs. This is really interesting. You guys are the last ones, the last ones that I'm recording. And the wind just was like, "Oh, you ready to do Earth signs?" I was like, "Oh gosh, what kind of messages are we gonna get, huh?" So if you're back, welcome back. I'm so glad that you found previous healing supportive. And if you're new, welcome. The way I do my monthlies, and by the way, this is by element, by earth. So if you have earth prominent placements, if you're just drawn to earth energy, if you love nature, if you whatever, if you're called to this, there's probably something here for you. Do check out your sun, moon, and rising, though. I always suggest. It is wild how the wind picked up for you guys. I hope that the audio is okay. I will make sure it sounds all right before I put it out. But the energy picked up for Earth. Holy smokes. So I pull one card, and I normally switch up the oracle decks for my monthlies. This month I'm working with my OG Goddess Guidance Oracle card. I call it the OG deck because I've just had it for so long. I love it. It speaks so clearly to us. I really appreciate it. It sets the tone for the healing, and then I give about a 10-minute or so Reiki healing, and intuitive messages come up in the process. If you're new to Reiki, welcome. It's a harmonious energy healing modality that will never deplete. It will never cause harm. Has nothing to do with my energy at all, actually. I'm just a conduit. Does have to do with your willingness to collaborate. And that's just about being willing. It's not about working. And I feel like I always have to give that reminder, especially to my earth signs, because we're really good at seeing the solution and then going, right, for the action. Because we see it practically, right? Like, I totally get it. I'm a Virgo sun. I get it. But it's more about just being open. Now, a lot of the healing is happening on a subconscious level, which is 95% of us that we're completely unaware of. I always find that fascinating. And those things will most likely at some point, if we're willing to do that work, will kind of start to bubble to the surface and present clearer messages. But there is trust and faith to be had in that subconscious healing. That does not mean that you won't have conscious sensations. You could have tinglies, you could have temperature changes. I'm being hugged by this tapestry, you guys. It's great. It actually feels really nice. You could have emotional releases, epiphanies, what have you. All right? You might fall asleep. Whatever you need is what you need. So, Earth signs, how are you feeling? Can you believe that it's June? I'm filming this just a few days before the new moon in Gemini, which is air, on June 6th. And there's a whole lot of energy right now. Fast forward moving energy. I'm not going to say any more messages. They're like, pull the card. Okay, one card for Earth, please. Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. Didn't come out. We're going to see if that's the one that comes out, though. Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. One card to support their healing, please. Thank you. It wasn't that card. Ah, beautiful. Okay. So I just want to say that the bottom of the deck for you, which sometimes I look at, sometimes I don't, has to do with delegating, which was the card that the fire signs got. So if you have some strong fire placements, I'd suggest watching that one as well. You guys got Goddess Athena, inner wisdom. You know what to do. Trust your inner wisdom and take appropriate action without delay. I love that Athena card, that owl. And this, like, I don't know what it is, if it's supposed to be light or like a wing or something, but this right here always reminds me of like crown chakra, white crystalline light. bringing that wisdom from the heavens. So before the messages continue to come through, let's prep for Reiki. I just invite you to be present in your body. Take a big breath, sit, lie down, whatever works for you. Remember, you're not working. You're not going to do anything. You're just here. And we're going to take a moment and thank the Reiki for all the healing that's about to take place for my earth signs for June. Hmm. I really feel strongly. Wow. No other element got this wind, you guys. This is really interesting. I was going to talk about the wind, and then they were like, yeah, talk about us. I feel strongly that this wind is going to be moving the Reiki through, that it's helping, it's supporting. So, inner wisdom, Goddess Athena. First of all, I'd like to talk about the owl. The owl is a really auspicious animal. Uh, it's signs of, possible blessings and gifts coming, but it also is this deep, deep, deep tapping into our intuition. So I'm very curious as to whether or not third eye is going to come up for you. If I can actually get back to the hands, the wind is like, no, no, thank you. Look at that. It's like completely still for the video before you. Maybe that's dramatic. It was much more still. All right, guys. So what's going on? Are we having a hard time making decisions? Is there a decision to be made? Or we're at an impasse, or we feel stuck somehow? Okay, let's tap in with your chakras on this one, okay? Earth signs, what is going on? What's getting the wind all fired up for you? Earth, 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 earth. Feel a lot of jaw tension. Interesting. Could be like we're grinding at night or clenching. Maybe we're holding on to stress in the jaw. Okay, what's interesting, you guys, is sacral and root chakra were the only things to really come up. Yeah, the third eye is very blah. A little bit of stagnancy there, so we can work maybe on bringing some movement into the third eye, because this is about intuition after all and our inner wisdom, and that's where it is held. So let's first focus on the root chakra. What is this root chakra trying to tell us here? This is where we hold our safety and our security. This is where we hold our fear. What are we fearing? Into the root, into the root. Oh, interesting. Okay. Um, the root chakra is also where we hold our rage, which is very different than anger. If you've been losing your temper a lot, your root chakra is a little out of whack, my friend, and you're being encouraged to really practice mindfulness. I'm being told no one can make you feel this way. I know that's really hard to hear sometimes. Um, but you do have the power, you do, in the moment when you're incredibly angry, to stop, to pause, to take a beat. Um, Rage can be expressed through physical action, not so great. It can also be expressed through our words. Um, you know, Anger is incredibly healthy. When we can find healthy outlets of anger, that's wonderful. When it turns into rage, we need to ground. Okay, so how are you grounding right now? And I'm actually hearing that a lot of you do have access to nature. If you're not getting out into it, do so. Those of you who do have access to nature and are out in it, we got to find some other ways at the same time. Or maybe we just need to be more mindful and intentional in that nature. I'm always a fan of massaging point kidney 1 on the bottom of the feet for a deep, deep grounding. If you find that point online and you massage it, it's like if this were my foot, it's about there. And if it's tender, little circles or just one deep compression, you need it. Okay? So that's an interesting message to come up. And then maybe ask yourself the question, where's this anger coming from? And, is it something you've been storing in a long time and so it's just coming out this way now? It's feeling like the floodgates have opened for some of you. Okay, now sacral's ready to talk. Inner child. So, okay. And they're kind of collaborating. So, where do we learn rage? Did we see it as a child somehow? If we saw it in a way where rage was taken out on you as a child, first of all, I'm incredibly sorry that was the case. We can acknowledge things like that or where we might have learned it, and then go, oh, that's where I learned it. I can give myself grace. I'm not a terrible person. You're not a terrible person. And when you're feeling that rage swelling up, what are some creative is our sacral, what are some creative ways to bring that up to our solar plexus where it can be turned into really nice healthy anger, where we can say, you know what, I'm just really angry right now. I'm feeling it in my body. It's very strong. And, maybe right now I can't talk to you, or right now I need to take space, or I need to go for a run, or I need to exercise, or I need to go in my car and scream as loud as I can. Screaming is incredibly, incredibly powerful healing. Finding healthy outlets. Go to a kickboxing class for some of you. All right. So that's interesting with the rage. That's coming up pretty clearly. Are there any other messages in regard? There's something around security. Safety within yourself. Interesting. Do you feel safe in your own body? Oh, okay. We're getting into some deep stuff right now. How is this connecting with our with our inner wisdom? The wind quite literally is, when it first gusted right before I started your video, my reaction was like, oh. Kind of like someone just like screamed at me, and that kind of would have been my reaction, like, oh, really now? Wow. It's really fascinating, isn't it? Okay. You know what to do, though. You have the power. So now let's bring this all the way up to the third eye, and we're going to bring some harmony into our third eye. What do we need to help this to soften, to help us come up from these lower chakras and channel into this when we need guidance, when we need support, when we need to trust in ourselves and our own intuition? Mm-hmm. Yeah, right into that third eye. Nice deep breath into softening your brow. The third eye's been a collective thing too. We're getting a lot of information and energy from a lot of these solar flares coming in, and sometimes our human protective measures are to kind of shut that third eye off because we're like, whoa, too much. I need time to just like process in my body. That's fine. That's fine. Do what you need to do. Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm starting to feel that open a bit. Let's pull a little out of there. Yeah, we need to kind of break it up and bring some, like I'm feeling like vibration is needed into that third eye. Yeah, there we go. Uh-huh. Beautiful. Excuse me while I check my audio. Nice. Okay, guys, you know what to do. Let me read this to you again. Trust your inner wisdom and take appropriate action without delay. So, the inner wisdom will be received when we sit in our divine feminine and we sit in that receptive state, right? And then when we can receive those clear messages, then we can tap into our sacred masculine and take that inspired action, take that appropriate action without delay, as the card says. What is going on? I'm really, really intrigued. There's some, yeah, for some of you, quite literally just pent up rage. We're having kind of some rage outbursts, or um, losing of the temper has become a little bit too frequent. Um, and it might be that you just need to release anger in different ways. I'm picking up on exercise for you guys. Do find a healthy exercise modality that won't hurt you, but will help you to sweat, will help you to release, will help you to really tap into your body, because it's also so grounding. Okay? Interesting. Earth signs. What interesting and like very specific healing for June. Let's take a final breath in together. I'd like to focus on that color red for the root chakra. If you like the sacral and tapping into creative energy, you can focus on orange. We're going to relax our body and just soften into it. We're going to take a deep breath in and hold at the top to feel that color coming in. Let's try not to work too hard or force, okay? So exhale, get all the air out. We're going to inhale slowly through the nose. Hold at the top, feel the red coming in through your crown. It's coming into your body and it's filling up every single blood cell. It's filling up your organs, it's vibrating, and it's helping to clear out these stagnancies. Feel it specifically fill up the pelvis and the tailbone if you can, and envision it there. You are safe. You are safe. Let's exhale, pushing out what doesn't serve us. My favorite affirmation for the root chakra, you are safe, is what was really coming up. So there's something about safety and security, you guys. It was a little cryptic, but the practical encouragement with it is about finding creative outlets for your anger. So yeah, really, really, really intriguing. Please let me know what's going on in the comments, and I hope that this has been supportive so far. Let's take a moment. We're going to lock your energy up nice and tight into your solar plexus, okay? So we've cleared some stuff out. Now we're saying what's mine is mine. What does not serve me, kindly stay out. We're never putting on armor or guarding. You have free will too. So you can make these choices at any time. Choose the right, choose the wrong, choose the bad, choose the good, okay? Very fascinating, you guys. I hope you found this healing supportive. Please like the video. Please share it with a fellow earth sign. Check out your other placements in Sun, Moon, Rising and their corresponding elements. If you're new, every Monday I have a weekly intuitive healing for the entire collective. Please do check that out. All the information for my one-on-one work is down below. from my one-on-one immersions, deep dive customized work that'll really help to unstick you from those sticky spots in life. If you're looking for more self-love, spirituality, working through a big life transition, and you're wanting to come at it from all different angles, mind, body, heart, and spirit, I have the skill sets to approach them all. And I love holding these containers. If you're looking for something short, digestible, and do at your own pace, check out my program called The Shift. It's a self-love program that's that first perspective shift, that movement in the direction that's going to really help you to find that best friendship with yourself. My intuitive Reiki healings, all of the things on my website can be found down below. And lastly, guys, thank you so much for your donations. I appreciate you guys so much. I'm so honored that these healings are supporting you, and I appreciate your comments. That's another thing. Drop a comment down below. Please do let me know how this resonated, or send love out there. If you haven't joined this community, please subscribe to these beautiful souls who just give each other so much love. Anyway, again, back to the donations. Thank you so much for that. And if you do have the means and you found this healing supportive, the links for that are also down below. So, earth signs, be gentle with yourself, be patient with yourself, and find patience with others as much as you possibly can. And I love you, and happy June, and I will see you next time.